Good evening everyone. Welcome to Mathematics and Magic. This video is a continuation of standard deviation and how to calculate standard deviation of continuous series using step deviation method. So second video, here we'll check the different methods and how to find out. So these are the theoretically it is written what actually we have to do after what. Then when we'll do the practical example, we can easily calculate standard deviation. So before going to the methods, first of all we have to go back to the previous study in class 11 or in class 9-10 also. We learn about inclusive type of class interval and exclusive type of class interval of data. So what are these? So inclusive type of class intervals, it means that when we are taking the class interval from 0 to 9. You can count 0 to 9 like that. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. So if you count all together, here we get, including 0 and 9, we get 10 values. Like that, here also we get 10 values and so on. This is inclusive type of class interval or inclusive types of data. The reason behind is that it starts from 0 and ends at 9, and then both the upper and lower limit will be included. Now let us come to the exclusive type of class interval or exclusive type of data. It goes like this, see, 0 to 10. So 10 once you get here, again 10 to 20. So again you will get 10 here. Next 20, it is 20 to 30, then 30 to 40. So you can see that there is no break. Its continuity is maintained over here. So in this type of cases, how we calculate or how we take the class intervals length of the class limit. Class limit means from 0 to 10. How can we calculate? We calculate it in this way. We will include 0 and then we'll start 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. Yes, we will count till 9 including 0. So what actually we had done? We exclude 10, the upper limit, from this side. Similarly, when we start from this part, then we'll include 10 but exclude 20. Include 20, exclude 30. The reason behind is this. Otherwise, it will be difficult for any statistician. So to put the telemarks, if suppose he is collecting some data, and in the data if it happens that more than one value of 10 was there, then for each 10 where he has to put the telemark. 10 is here also and 10 is here also. So that's why we exclude this upper limit and we make it ultimately inclusive type of data. So 0 to 9, here also we'll calculate 0 to 9, but when we write that it is exclusive type of data. So these things we need. Now next thing is that using these type of whatever may be the class interval, inclusive or exclusive, we have to calculate mid value. Mid value means that we have to add 0 plus 9. Suppose the upper limit and lower limit divided by 2. Suppose this one 0 plus 10 divided by 2. Then mid value for this class interval will be 5. For this one it will be 15. For this one it will be 25 and so on. Now next, stepwise, using class intervals, we have to find out mid value. Then we have to choose assume mean. So whatever the mid values we get, assume mean actually from mid value. From mid value we have to choose. So when we choose a value as assume mean, we'll discuss it. After choosing the assume mean, next step is we have to find out the deviations about assume mean. Like this, xi are the x1, x2, x3, x4. These are the mid values. These mid values are there, and out of the all mid values, one mid value we choose at assume mean. Then xi minus x bar, in place of that we will do xi minus a. A is the assume mean. Then after doing this, here in step deviation method we change the scale also. How we change the scale? We have to divide the xi minus a by age. Age is the length of the class interval. Next, if xi is variable and a is an assumed mean and h be the length of the class interval, then ui or in some books it is written as di also, ui equals to xi minus a by h, then ui be the required deviation that we need for next step. So next one is we have to calculate fi ui and fi ui square from the table, and then we have to find their sum total summation. This is known as capital sigma. This is your small sigma. Capital sigma signifies summation and small sigma signifies standard deviation. Now after calculating all these things, the standard deviation formula that we have to use for this step deviation method is sigma equal to square root of n into summation of fi ui square minus sigma fi ui, and it will be whole square. So your square root finish here, and outside the square root it will be h by n. This is your step deviation method to find out sigma or standard deviation. After putting all the values and multiplication, addition, subtraction, when everything is done, then we have to finally calculate sigma. So as you know that no calculator is allowed for exam, for a final year exams, so you will be provided log table. So we have to calculate sigma or standard deviation using log table. Okay, so this is what the preface, this is what the whatever we have to do for calculating standard deviation. Dear friends, those who till now didn't subscribe my channel, please subscribe for the next part.